And greetings everyone. I'm Dr. Arifin from FSKTM. So in this video, I would like to share with all of you how we can deploy our web application on AWS EC2. So EC2 stands for Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, so it is basically a cloud service that offers users to have a virtual server, okay, on cloud. So another thing is AWS is offering a free package, okay, called as AWS free tier, whereby for first time user they will get benefits having by having the virtual server to be free of charge. Okay, but it is only limited for a certain types of servers and for a certain period of time. Okay, so in order for you to register, you can go to this link, aws.amazon.com/free. Okay, so the first thing is you need to register first. Okay, create free account, and then if I'm not mistaken, you will go through some validation which takes about less than 24 hours. So during registration, it will ask you to enter the details of your debit or credit card. So basically they will deduct about $1, okay, $1 from your debit or credit card. Then they will refund the $1. So basically it is free. They did that just for the authentication purpose. Okay, all right. So after you have registered, okay, you will get an email, and you may try to log in. Okay, you may try to log in, and then okay, if it appears something like this, you need to choose basic support free. Okay, please choose this option in order to get the free package. Okay, all right, so these are the steps that we are going to do in order to deploy our web application on AWS. So first thing first is we need to have our own domain, because AWS EC2 only provides the virtual server. It doesn't provide the domain. So in my case, I purchased my domain on GoDaddy website. Okay, so GoDaddy is one of a domain providers or domain registrars. Actually, there are plenty of options where you can buy your own domain. So in my case, I bought it for 5 ringgit. That it is 1 year subscription. Okay, 5 ringgit for 1 year subscription. So you can try to search your preferred domain. As in my case, I am using Arifin MZin. Okay, so my domain will be .xyz. So because I already purchased, so I think it's not available, this one. Okay, so there are plenty of choice that you may opt for. Okay, ranging from the cheapest one until the expensive one. So it's up to you based on your budget. As for me, I'm purchasing, I bought the cheapest one, since I already have another domain that I use. So this is just for development or testing purpose. And one thing that you need to take note is, uh, hold on, I'll show you one thing. Okay, once you have uh, your own domain, okay, you can log in to GoDaddy if you buy it from GoDaddy. And okay, you will see your subscription details, okay, your domain and your subscription details. And you will also have your own setting, okay, DNS setting. Okay, as for my case, okay, these are all my settings. I will go through on this one later after we have set up the visual server. Okay, this is where I point my domain to my AWS server. Okay, so for this purpose, I delete this one. Okay, because this is the existing one. Okay, and then one thing that you need to make sure that you might want to have the auto renew features to be disabled. So in my case, I have make it disabled. So after 1 year, after this period after the expiration has reached, so it won't renew automatically. Okay, just in case. Okay, so apart from GoDaddy, you can also go to Namecheap. This is also uh, one of domain providers that very popular. Okay, and then if you would like to have .my domain, you might search it from exabytes. Okay, but it's a bit pricey lah. Okay, so I think for final year project is very for having a very cheap one is suffice. Okay, so in my case, my domain will be arifinmzen.xyz. Okay, so that is the first thing you need to buy a domain. And the second one is creating and activating an AWS account. So if you have fill in the form, if you have created the account, and then what you need to do is you need to log in to your AWS account. Okay, so in order to log in, just go to aws.amazon.com, then go to sign in to the console. Okay, and then choose sign in using root user email. Okay, just provide your email address and your password. Okay, and then you will be greeted with this homepage or dashboard. Okay, first thing first, you need to make sure that you choose the nearest data center, the nearest AWS data center. So in our case, since we are living in Malaysia, so Singapore is the nearest one. Just to make sure our latency is as minimum as possible. So make sure you choose Singapore for the data center, and then go to services and then choose compute. choose EC2. Okay, so what's next is you need to click this launch instant. Okay, here is where you need to set up your virtual server. So you need to name your server. So I have my own naming convention whenever I created an instance server, a virtual instance server. So normally I will start with the name of the operating system of that server. So I'm going to use Ubuntu. So I name it as Ubuntu dash SG. This is the where is the data center is dash 01. Okay, meaning that this is instance number 1. Okay, and then we need to choose the OS for our server. In my case, I'm familiar with Ubuntu, then I choose Ubuntu. So and then it is very related to your project. If your project are using PHP based project, okay, based programming language, you need to choose a Linux base, which is either Ubuntu or this one, Amazon Linux. If you are developing a .NET based project, you might want to use Windows. Alright, so I believe most of everyone developing in PHP, so we choose Ubuntu. You might also want to use other Linux distro like Red Hat or SUSE Linux or Debian, but I think Ubuntu is the most user-friendly one. Okay, and then make sure you just leave this as default, whereby this is under the free tier package. Okay, this is the latest version of Ubuntu 24.04, and then make sure the architecture is 64-bit, and then instance type is T2.micro, whereby we for free package we are getting 1 core CPU and 1 gig of memory. Okay, and then we need to generate a key pair. This is used in order for you to log in to the server. So just click create new key pair, and then we need to name our key pair. In my case, normally I will name it like the same as the server name, Ubuntu SG01, and then I just add my machine, my local machine name, meaning that this is key pair whenever I log in from this machine. And then this one, choose RSA, keep it as default. This also .pm, and then create new key pair. Okay, and then it will download the file, okay, in .pem extension. Okay, and then for network setting, make sure you allow HTTPS and HTTP. And then for storage of our server, we need at least 10 gigabyte. Okay, I think that's it for the server settings. And what's next is we just click launch instance. Okay, so it just takes less than a minute just to create an instance of server. So we can go to instances over here. Okay. Oh, it's still pending. Yeah, it's now it's running. Okay, so this is the server, the instance server that I have created. Okay, this is the previous one that I already terminated. Okay, so in order for you to uh, have it free, make sure you only create one instance at a time. Okay, otherwise they will charge you. Okay, so let's say you want to create another instance, make sure you terminate the previous one, because if I'm not mistaken, you only allowed to have one instance running at a time. Okay, okay, so you can click on the instance ID, whereby it will display your IP address, public IP address. So this is the public IP address of your server, of the server. So we can start login to our server using SSH. Okay, SSH is uh, a protocol. Okay, a protocol, uh, a secure protocol for us to log into our server. So since I'm using Mac OS, okay, I will be using terminal. Okay, in order to log in to my server. Okay, if you are using Windows, okay, if you are using Windows, you can log in through PowerShell. Okay, just search for Windows PowerShell, and then it will have the same CLI, command line interface. Okay, something like this. Okay, so since I'm using Mac OS, I just continue with terminal. So from now onwards, it should be basically the same. Okay, so on your Windows PowerShell, what you need to write is type SSH and then dash I. Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. Okay, I need to copy this file first. Okay, I want to copy it to my home folder. Okay, since this is my home directory, okay, pwd, okay, this is my home directory. Again, I type ssh dash I, and then the name of the key pair that I just downloaded, this one. Okay, and then Ubuntu. This is the username, Ubuntu. Add is the public IP address, this one. So just copy this one and then paste it. And then press enter. So it for Windows user, if you need to make sure that this file, this .pm file, is accessible. Let's say you put it in download folder, so you need to write the actual path of that directing to that folder. For example, C downloads. Okay, for example, then you need to enclose with the double quotes too. So the one that I did just now is I just copy this file to my home folder, so it is accessible without having me to put the actual path. So I just click enter and then type yes. Okay, I need to do one thing for chmod. .600 chmod 600. I'm not sure if you're having this problem in Windows, but for me, I need to change the access, okay, the file, uh, uh, the file access, okay, meaning that only root user that can access it. Okay, now you will be greeted with something like this. Okay, so this is the command that I have just run, and then you will get something like this. Okay, so this is the username, and then this is the host. Alright, so what's next is you need to access or log in as administrators. So because this is Linux, you need to do a lot of commands lah. Sudo I. So this will have you the it will grant you the admin access. Okay. Alright. Next is we need to install Tmux. Tmux is a session management, okay, in Linux. So how to install? Just type this command sudo apt get install Tmux and then enter. Okay, done. Okay, and then what's next is, since we have our server installed with Ubuntu, okay, then we are going to use this server as a server host, okay, as to host your website. So basically, in order for us to host a website, we need a web server software, and we need to have a database server, which normally we use MySQL. So there are plenty of options in order to have those software. Whether we can install it manually using command, or we can opt for easier way whereby we just install a control panel, and this control panel will help us to configure our web server and our database server. So the next step is we will need to install a control panel, okay, a server control panel named Cloud Panel. Okay, Cloud Panel. So this is a free hosting control panel. If you ever heard about Run Cloud, so it is similar to Run Cloud, but Run Cloud is paid, okay, based on subscription, whereby Cloud Panel is free. Okay, so we can install Cloud Panel by referring to the documentation that they provide. Okay, so go to the Cloud Panel and then click getting started, and then go to this one, installation on others. Okay, so here they provide you with all the commands that you need to run on your Linux server. Okay, since we already logged in using SSH, okay, and then we already log in as root. What's next is we need to run this command. Okay, before that we need to write another command. This one I clear first. Okay, type tmax. Okay, so this will create a session in our server. Okay, and then just copy this command. What this command do is it will actually update our Linux machine, our Ubuntu operating system, specifically to the latest one. And this will take some time. Alright, so once finished, we proceed to the next command, which this one. Okay, so this will also install the cloud panel with MySQL and also the Nginx web server. So in this case, we are not using Apache. Okay, cloud panel comes with web server named Nginx. Okay, so we just copy this command and paste it, then hit enter. So this will take about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so I will stop the recording and I will continue after the installation is successful.